Have you ever thought about how powerful silence can be when it's quiet? It's a thought that might not cross your mind often, but silence, in its truest sense, is not just the absence of noise. It's a state of mind, a form of self-mastery that can lead to profound self-improvement. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information, noise and distraction, the power and importance of silence might seem a bit abstract. Yet, it's in the quiet moments, in the hush of the world, that we often find our most profound thoughts and insights. It's in the silence that we find room to breathe, to reflect and to grow. But embracing silence is more than just seeking out quiet places or moments. It's about quieting the mind, about learning to control the constant chatter that fills our thoughts. It's about understanding that silence is not an empty state, but a full one. It's about realizing that silence can be a source of strength, a reservoir of wisdom and peace that we can tap into. However, to embrace silence, we must first learn not to think too highly of ourselves. If we believe we know everything, if we're convinced of our own intelligence and superiority, we close ourselves off to the wisdom that silence can offer. Our thoughts, our preconceptions, our prejudices, they all become noise that drowns out the silence. So how can we learn to embrace silence? It begins with humility. It starts with the understanding that we don't know everything, that we're just a small piece of a vast, intricate and wonderfully complex universe. It's about learning to look at the world with a sense of wonder, to embrace the unknown and the uncertain. It's about learning to be comfortable in the silence, to sit with it, to listen to it, to learn from it. Silence, as you will see, is not just about being quiet. It's about quieting the mind. Are you a prisoner of your own thoughts? Do you find your mind racing even when you wish to be silent? Overthinking is a common pitfall that can turn us into captives within our own minds. It's like a hamster on a wheel, continuously running but never truly reaching anywhere. We often mistake this incessant mental chatter for intelligence, believing that the smarter we are, the more thoughts we should have. But this belief can lead to a never-ending cycle of thoughts, preventing us from truly experiencing the wonder and marvel of life. So what's the real-life value of our thought process? Often it's just a recycling of memory. Our minds replay past experiences, making us relive emotions and thoughts that are no longer relevant. This constant recycling of memory takes us away from the present moment and robs us of the tranquility of silence. To truly embrace silence, we must first free ourselves from the shackles of overthinking. So, how does one embrace silence? How do we quiet the mind and just be? Let's delve into some top strategies for embracing this enriching silence. One of the most effective ways is through mindfulness practices. Living in the present moment, consciously aware of your surroundings and your thoughts, can be incredibly freeing. It's about acknowledging your thoughts but not letting them dictate your mental state. Next, we have meditation. This ancient practice has been proven time and time again to quiet the mind and create a sense of inner peace. By focusing on your breath or perhaps a mantra, you can train your mind to steer clear of the incessant chatter, allowing silence to seep in. Spending time in nature can also be a great facilitator for embracing silence. The rustling leaves, the chirping birds, the flowing river. Nature has its unique symphony. When you're out there, you're a part of this grand orchestra. It's a reminder that we are not separate from the world around us, but a part of it. This realization can help you let go of the ego, the constant need to prove yourself, thus opening the door to silence. Lastly, practicing humility is a powerful tool. Recognizing that we don't have all the answers, that we're not the center of the universe, can be humbling. This humility can quiet the mind, reduce the need for constant chatter, and create room for silence. These strategies are not quick fixes but require consistent practice. Over time they can help you quiet the mind and allow you to just be, without the need for constant thought or validation. But remember, silence is not about suppression, it's about understanding. It's not about ignoring your thoughts, but about learning to observe them without judgment. It's about finding that quiet space within you and nurturing it. Embracing silence is not a destination but a journey that leads to self-improvement. Embrace the silence, embrace the journey, and see the transformation unfold. Silence is more than just a state of mind, it's a powerful tool that can transform your life. Indeed, the benefits of embracing silence are manifold and profound. Consider this: in the hustle and bustle of our fast-paced world, when do we truly have time to think, to reflect, to just be? Noise, be it physical or mental, often clouds our judgment and impedes our ability to focus. But in silence we find clarity. Our minds are free to concentrate on the task at hand without the constant distractions. It allows us to make better decisions that are thoughtful, informed, and unpressured by the chaotic world around us. But the benefits of silence extend beyond just improved focus and decision-making. Silence also plays a crucial role in reducing stress. In a world that is constantly demanding our attention, silence offers us a refuge, a sanctuary where we can escape from the stressors of life. It gives us the opportunity to take a deep breath and to rejuvenate our minds and bodies. Silence also fosters self-awareness. It's in the quiet moments that we can truly hear our inner voice. It's when we can reflect on our thoughts, our feelings, our dreams, and our fears. It's when we can truly get to know ourselves on a deeper level. There are situations in life where silence is not just beneficial, but necessary. In moments of conflict, for instance, silence can prevent the escalation of heated arguments. It can give us the time to think before we speak, to respond rather than react. In moments of sorrow, silence can provide comfort, allowing space for grief and healing. Silence can be a powerful tool when used correctly. It can amplify our thoughts, our emotions, and our presence. It can command respect and attention. It can be the loudest statement without uttering a single word. Embracing silence is not just about quieting the mind, it's about empowering the soul. Silence, after all, isn't about absence. It's about presence. It's about being fully present in the moment, fully present with ourselves, and fully present with life. And in that presence, we find power, the power of silence. Let's delve into the wisdom of the ages with these powerful quotes about silence. Each of these quotes holds a deep truth about the power of silence that we've discussed so far. Our first quote comes from Lao Tzu, an ancient Chinese philosopher who said, "Silence is a source of great strength." This line beautifully encapsulates the empowering nature of silence, which allows us to tap into our inner reservoir of strength and resilience. The second quote is from Francis Bacon, an English philosopher and statesman, who believed, "Silence is the sleep that nourishes wisdom." This is a reminder that silence isn't just a pause or a gap, but a space for growth and cultivation of wisdom. Next we have a quote from the ancient Greek playwright Euripides, who wisely stated, "Silence is true wisdom's best reply." This quote reinforces the idea that silence can often be the most powerful response, allowing us to reflect and respond with wisdom rather than react impulsively. The fourth quote is from Ram Dass, a spiritual teacher who said, "The quieter you become, the more you can hear." This quote reminds us how silence can heighten our awareness and enhance our ability to listen, not just to others, but also to our own inner voice. Lastly, we have a profound statement from Martin Luther King Jr., the renowned civil rights leader, who noted, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies but the silence of our friends." This quote underscores the impact of silence in our relationships and how it can speak volumes about our loyalties and allegiances. These quotes remind us of the profound power and wisdom that silence can bring into our lives. So let's continue to embrace the silence and harness its power to lead more mindful, reflective, and meaningful lives.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications,